everyone, Jasmine here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're struggling with post-acne scarring, hormonal acne, and struggling with your skin after getting off the pill, this is the video for you. I'm sharing my full transformation journey with my skincare. I am now almost 2 years post birth control, and I want to share from my nutrition from the inside out, healing scarring, healing painful cystic acne, getting rid of hyperpigmentation, as well as mentally how I had to deal with that, because a lot of breakouts is a lot of mental and emotional dealing with your appearance and your confidence of how you show up into this world. So you're not alone, and I'm gonna teach you how I got through it over the course of almost 2 years. Had no idea what my skin was gonna go through, just kind of unknown. And when I tell you, after the first 6 months, my skin was going through it. The first year was honestly pretty brutal. I felt like I was a teenager all over again. Cystic acne all around my chin area, my T-zone area, as well as mainly like my jawline. Those are like the most hormonal ones. Painful, like I would just be washing my face and just feel something. I would feel it before I saw it and I'd be like, ugh, another spot. And when I tell you, I would go get a cortisone injection, which that's another way that I treated a lot of my painful cystic acne. Was I found a dermatologist that was a credible source, and I would drive to his office far from my house at 5 a.m., get injections on all my spots, but specifically the cystic ones because they're under the skin. Those are the ones that stretch your skin tissue, and especially if you have melanin in your skin, they cause red marks, scarring, dark marks, and you haven't even touched it, you haven't even messed with it. So they'll inject it. It's a type of steroid that eliminates the bacteria, the infection, and just makes the spot completely flat, and it fades away. It helps with hyperpigmentation. I would go to his office probably every other week because it's expensive and it was far. Otherwise, I would go every week. My dermatologist, he explained to me, when getting off birth control, your androgen hormones are skyrocketing because the birth control that you're on, which I was on the pill, normally depletes you of certain hormones to control your hormones, your oil production, and when you get off of it, it skyrockets. That actually comes from your adrenal glands, and when your androgen produces more oil production leads to clogged pores. Even if you overly exfoliate, which my esthetician would remind me, like, exfoliate, don't use oil products. And it just really messed with my confidence. Whenever I would feel like I was gonna have a clean slate with no breakouts, another breakout would come and I'd have to go see my dermatologist. So the first thing I cut out completely after visiting my esthetician, I cut out number one, oil products. Whether it was SPF products that had oil base, whether it was oil-based foundations, cream, blushes, oil-based SPFs, oil-based sunscreens, moisturizer, anything with an oil base, ceramides, oil moisturizers, anything that you can think of, cut them out. Due to the oil in them were clogging my pores, and because I already had excess oil, the oil on top of it were clogging my pores. I switched to oil-free products from SPFs, skincare, whether it was cleansers, acne-prone skincare, serums were really good. A lot of salicylic acid helped me a lot. Niacinamide, which is oil blocking product, so it helps reduce your oil production, helps with hyperpigmentation, oil-free moisturizer, and I kept it really simple. Acne prone face wash, salicylic acid for exfoliating, and niacinamide to reduce the oil, as well as an oil-free moisturizer and oil-free sunscreen. So I even started researching for acne prone skincare and makeup products. I found that Clinique was really good. They had a salicylic acid tinted makeup foundation base, so that helps exfoliate and not clog your pores. I also found a lot of SPF free and oil free CC creams, which were really good as well. And I really kept with the Clinique skincare products for makeup base, and my skin really started to breathe more, but I would have to regularly get facials every 4 weeks to help exfoliate, and my esthetician would do a lot of extractions on my clogged oil chromosomes. So that financially was was a commitment by getting facials every 4 weeks, but I was committed to it. She was very helpful. My esthetician knows a lot about skincare, extractions, doing a hydrofacial, a lot of red light therapy, steaming, and chemical peels, as well as enzyme peels to help break down any dead skin buildup. When you have dead skin buildup, that's what actually causes your pores to clog because you haven't exfoliated your skin properly. So once I got the acne kind of under control within the after the 1 year mark, I realized kind of what was going on, how to control the products that I was using, as well as getting cortisone injections. Now, this is kind of whenever I was like, okay, I have a lot of scarring on my face due to all of these cystic breakouts as well as post-acne scars. So this is when I started incorporating PRF microneedling and PRP microneedling, and I highly recommend it for fine lines, pore size, and hyperpigmentation. So with microneedling, you numb your face and you take a little pin and they drill tiny little microscopic holes, and that helps your skin produce more collagen for your skin to resurface and have cell turnover so that it's producing new fresh skin. Obviously the PRP or the PRF, which is platelet rich plasma or platelet rich, is really good as well, because after your skin is open, your cells are open from the little needles. That's when they'll put the serum of your PRF or PRP on your skin, which is the most rich red blood cells that you can even imagine, to help heal scarring, hyperpigmentation, helps with collagen production. It's like liquid gold is what they explain it as. And then I added chemical peels, which that for hyperpigmentation, 10 out of 10. I instantly saw from my first session, which they recommend 3 sessions for chemical peels. I would also do this in the winter time when you're not exposed to sun, because your skin is baby skin, baby fresh skin. They apply a chemical to your exterior skin on your face. She went heavier on my cheeks, which is where I had predominantly a lot of my scarring on my cheeks. And after day 3 is whenever it slowly starts to peel, because we're obviously using our mouths a lot, and that's where it starts to peel first, and then it slowly starts to trickle up your cheeks and then your nose and your forehead. I saw such a huge lift in my hyperpigmentation in my cheek area instantly that I wanted to go for round 2 and 3, but obviously it's starting to warm up and I need to protect my face from the sun. Now, topical treatments helped wonderfully. I want to speak about my internal and how I healed internally during this whole first year and a half process, which was my diet. Very strict diet, no gluten, no dairy, no processed sugars. Very clean whole food diet. So I focused on predominantly a hormonal anti-inflammatory balanced diet. So I'm also eating for my blood type, which is B blood type. So I'm eating a lot of lamb, a lot of fish, a lot of beef, and that's about it. I don't eat chicken. I cut out gluten. I don't eat processed foods with gluten. If I want carbs, then I'll eat sweet potatoes, rice, brown rice, quinoa, and tons of vegetables. So broccoli, kale, spinach, a lot of green leafy things, a lot of kefir, kimchi, yogurt, a lot of fermented foods, which is really good for good bacteria in your gut. I really focused on juice blends that supported liver detox and hyperpigmentation, so a lot of carrots, beets, turmeric, ginger. A weekly juice every single Sunday. I would make one from going to the farmer's market. That really helped with having the purest of the purest nutrients in my body, so that if I wasn't able to eat 30 fruits and vegetables and eat the rainbow, at least I was getting the nutrients from my juices, which help amazingly. So the juices with the carrots and the beets are full of antioxidants, which antioxidants are for cell turnover. Obviously, I wanted the cell turnover rate to speed up because of the hyperpigmentation. The sooner that my cells were producing new cells, the sooner the hyperpigmentation would be lifting. So I was eating a lot of carrots, turmeric, celery, cucumbers, beets, ginger, lemon, limes, oranges, vitamin C, grapefruits. I would throw a whole blend in the juicer and throw it back. Good or bad tasting, I would drink it. So I was still struggling at one point around, I would say, a year and a half with still some cystic ones where I got really fed up. I felt another one coming on, and I asked my dermatologist where I was getting my cortisone injections. I asked him if I could go on spirolactone. My esthetician told me about it, and I've been very aware of it. It's a medicine that a lot of women go on whenever they're still over a long course of time dealing with hormonal acne will go on. It does have pros and cons, so be very mindful of that. So spirolactone pretty much blocks your androgen hormone that produces the oil, and it still is in a form of birth control, so you're regulating your hormones. It's blocking the oil production. That helped my skin heal up tremendously from cystic acne. I would recommend it for maybe 1 to 3 months for your skin to subside and your hormones to regulate, and then get off of it, because the cons is it's not good for your kidneys. It's a diuretic and it dehydrates you. You pee a lot and it dehydrates you, and that's not good for your kidneys. My skin today is in a much healthier place. I'm very pleased with it. I feel a lot more confident. I feel like I can go outside without makeup, and I'm okay with where my skin's at in a much more peaceful space. I feel more confident internally. I have still stuck to a healthy diet. I don't consume a whole lot of processed foods, sugar, or dairy. I have still stuck to my acne prone skincare. Clinique, I love their products. It's the salicylic acid foundation tint, oil-free sunscreens, and I still get my facials regularly, and I haven't needed to go see Dr. Lewis, my dermatologist, for my cystic cortisone injections for a really long time. So I feel like my skin's in a really good place. Healing isn't linear. I would say there were moments where I felt really confident. I felt really low and sad within. I think that dealing with hormonal acne, it has its highs and lows, but you're not alone. Everyone goes through this at one point in time, and especially getting off birth control in your 30s. I am now 31 years old. Our hormones are at the level where you're probably supposed to be producing children. I am child free, and my body would probably stop going through these acne issues if I was to produce a child, which I have not. So it took my skin and my hormones a lot longer to balance out due to me being at this prime age in my 30s, versus in your 20s you probably have a quicker hormonal turnover regulating rate versus where I'm at in my life, in my cycle, and in my hormones. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. If it was insightful, please give it a thumbs up. I hope this was helpful. I honestly went on this rabbit hole of trying to find videos while I was really struggling with my skincare, and I wanted to drop this for anyone so that you are not alone. This is a normal humanly act within our hormones, and as females, especially getting off of birth control. And I am more than welcome. I would love to share more wellness and skincare tips and transformations for you in the future. I am big on wellness. I'm a nutrition and life coach, so I just want to keep planting helpful gems for you. Comment below where you're at with your current skincare journey, and I would love to comment back and help you and support you on your journey. I'll link all the products and the services that I got in the description box. And remember, be kind to your skin and be even kinder to yourself during this transformation. See you in the next video.